Hello everybody. In this video we are going to learn about Boolean algebra. So let us first understand what is axiomatic definition of Boolean algebra. What is the meaning of axiomatic? Axiomatic is means obvious or unquestionable. So if I say axiomatic definition of Boolean algebra, that means I'm talking about unquestionable definition of Boolean algebra, right? So let us see from where this Boolean algebra came first. In 1854, George Boole developed this Boolean algebra, okay, or the algebra system which is today called as Boolean algebra, right? Later in 1938, Mr. Claude, okay, he has done certain modification to Boolean algebra, and then it was called as switching algebra, okay, that represent the properties of bistable electrical switching circuits, okay. Now coming towards the definition of Boolean algebra, okay. So Boolean algebra is an algebraic structure defined by set of elements, okay. So that set of elements is B, okay, together with two binary operators. So this is not plus, this or, okay, and this is dot, two binary operator that is plus and dot, and again it has to satisfy Huntington postulates, okay. So what are these postulates? There are basically 6 postulates over here which I have mentioned, okay. We will be discussing that, okay. So this is roughly the definition of Boolean algebra. In order to be part of Boolean algebra, okay, or in order to be a Boolean algebra, okay, the structure should be defined by a set of elements B together two binary operators plus and dot, okay, and it has to satisfy Huntington postulates. So let us see the first postulates. The structure is closed with respect to operator plus and dot. So what is structure is closed? The meaning is that we have two elements over here, that is 1 and 0. So I will use this 1 and 0 as the input, right? At the same time, after processing, I will get the output as 1 or 0, okay. So you can see over here the input is 2 value or either of these two value, and output is these two values or either of these two values. So we are restricted between 1 and 0. So that is called the structure is closed with respect to operator plus and dot. So whether the operator is plus or dot, the input is 1 or 0, the output is also 1 or 0, okay, either of these two or this two, okay. That's why it is called as the structure is closed, right? This is the first postulates and it is satisfying that. Come to the second postulates. The element 0 is an identity element with respect to plus, and the element 1 is an identity element with respect to dot. So what do we mean by identity element? Okay, so let us see that. Now if I put, okay, x plus 0, x may be any value, maybe 1, maybe 0, okay, that will be equal to 0 plus x, and that is equals to x only. So whatever value I am taking for x, okay, if I plus with 0 or 0 is plus with that value of x, I am getting x. So let's say x equals to 1, I will be getting 1. If it x equals to 0, so I will be getting 0. So with respect to plus operator, okay, 0 is the identity element. I hope I am clear to everybody. Next, coming to 1. So element 1 is the identity element with respect to dot operator, okay. So let us check that also. X dot 1 is equals to 1 dot x is equals to x. Now this x value may be 1, may be 0. So if I take 1 dot 1 is 1, 1 dot 1 is 1, okay. I have taken x as 1, I will get 1. If I take x equal to 0, then I will get 0. 0 dot 1 is 0, 1 dot 0 is 0, so it is 0, okay. So here I can say 1 is the identity element with respect to dot operator. So this postulate also gets satisfied, okay. Come to the third one. The structure is commutative with respect to plus and dot operator, okay. So for this, let me take one example. If I take plus, then x plus y is equals to y plus x. So it is commutative. Whatever I am getting for x plus y, okay, that will be equal to y plus x. I can prove this with truth table, okay. In the later videos we are going to do this commutative part. We will check it out, okay. So over plus operator, this is the relation, this is commutative. Over dot operator, let us see, it will be what? x dot y is equals to y dot x. Okay, so here we are again clear that yes, the structure is commutative. Okay, we can test it out with the help of a truth table. Okay, so this is also getting satisfied, right? Come to the next one. The operator is, that is dot, the operator dot is distributive over plus, and the operator plus is distributive over dot. Okay, so let us check that also in the distributive form. So I'm doing it over this side. The operator is dot, the operator dot, okay, is distributive over plus. So how to show that? So I'm taking x dot y plus z, that is equals to, okay, if I put x dot y plus x dot z, my way of writing of z is thus. Okay, so the first part, the operator dot is distributive, yes, it is distributive over plus, right? The second part is saying the operator plus is distributive over dot. So let's check that one also. Okay, so x plus, properly, plus y dot z, my way of writing of z is like this, is equals to x plus y, okay, dot x plus z. So you can see the operator plus is distributive, now you see, over dot. Okay, so it is satisfying the distributive law also, or distributive part also. Okay, now come to the next one. It is saying that for every element x belongs to B. So what is the element over here? We know very well, either it is 1 or 0. Okay, so every element x belongs to B. B is a set of elements we have discussed earlier. There exists an element x complement. So this is talking about something called complement part, right? So the meaning over here is that if I have x, okay, then this way x complement also. So x plus x complement is equals to 1, right? So see, 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. If 1 plus 0, that is also equal to 1, right? Now if I take the next one, that is x dot x complement, it is equals to 0. Okay, so for every element of x that belongs to set B, there exists an element that belongs to B. So if I take 1, okay, x complement is 0. If I take 0, it is 1. So both belongs to set B, right? So this also gets satisfied. Come to the last one. There exists at least 2 elements x and y belongs to B such that x is not equals to y. That is very much true, because if I take x equals to 1, then y equals to what? 0, and 1 is not equal to 0. We know that, right? So here we understood that it is satisfying all the 6 postulates of Huntington, right? So this is how we are defining the Boolean algebra. I hope you understand this. Thank you for watching my video.